This is episode 13 of the Super Parent Podcast, and I'm your host, as always, Dr. Nick Fanning. Sit back, relax, let's enjoy.
Parenting in the 21st century is ever evolving, and while you balance work, kids, and your sanity, it's easy to feel discouraged. Welcome to the Super Parent Syndrome with your host, Dr. Nick Fanning.
Hey, mom and dads out there. First of all, I just want to say thank you for taking a little bit of your precious free time and listening on today's podcast. I know that time is short, that you have lots to do, and in fact, you have probably 3 things that are lined up right now that you might be even doing as you're doing this. Well, my hat's off to you guys because I know I'm in the trenches. I know what it's like. And I have to say that it's been a wild ride so far, and I'm going to continue giving you great content. Please, however, give me feedback. I would love to hear about what you guys want to hear about, some of the things that we're going to be doing here. And I got to say that I am not a perfect parent, but I am trying to be, and I'm going on this journey, and I hope to take you guys with me here. Now, getting to it, today's topic is, who made success a dirty word? Now, I'll be honest here. This one just straight up pisses me off. And why is there such thing as success shaming? And sure, it seems like that everybody plays a pretty epic game on Facebook, but in reality, I gotta say the majority of us are just plain struggling. And it's not a bad thing to kind of celebrate our wins every once in a while. And sure, yeah, we can play those epic selfies and on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and everything seems to be okay. But we know that there's a lot going on behind doors that we don't know. And in fact, if it really is working for a family, what I'm trying to say is back off. You know, there's crunchy parents, there's the popular parents, there's traditional, there's contemporary. It doesn't matter. If it's working for them, then you should not be judging. Because in all honesty, we talk about it takes a village to raise a child. And, you know, if it's working, then, hey, share it. But the last thing what we need is people bringing people down or getting on people's backs about certain things just because you're not agreeing with it. So whether or not you're one of those parents that are buying organic food and you're doing those things like getting fluoride-free toothpaste and stuff like that. If you're not one of those parents that does that, that's perfectly fine. I'm happy it's working for you, but there's no way, shape, or form that you should be bringing the other parent down. It's hard enough just trying to deal with kids and balancing work and play times and play dates and working with you guys and stuff like that we should really be building each other up. And what it really comes down to is that we've changed the game. And it used to be called keeping up with the Joneses. And so who had the most stuff, who had the most things. And now it seems like it's actually more of, all right, who has the cooler life on Facebook? Who has, the most activities, or what do they look like in public? I mean, how are you presenting? And so it's a new, different type of keeping up with the Joneses. And I have to say that we have to stop this insanity. Okay? That damn rat race is really to blame. So I got to tell you that we've just really become a slave to great marketing. And it just become a game of wants versus needs. And so what you need to do is you really got to figure out on your own, take some time and really figure out, hey, what's at stake here? What do I really want to do with these kids? What do I really want to do versus need to do with these kids? And then just settle down with the game plan. Use your spouse, use your partner, maybe your daycare planner, or maybe it's your teacher, but stick to the plan. You know, if you want strong, independent children, then hey, you have a plan for that. If you don't want strong, independent children and you want more like team-based players or people who are that, like the snuggly type or whatever it might be, you got to figure out what that looks like for you. Okay? And there's no wrong way of doing it. In fact, that's the beautiful thing about life is that we're so diverse out here. And so don't shame others for doing things differently. And so the big point is that I'm saying today is that you need to separate yourself from the rat race. You need to separate yourself from keeping up with the Joneses. And you just need to, like in the racing world, just like those horses have blinders on their eyes, you need to run your own race. And that's what it's really about. Think about all the competitions out there. CrossFit, you're fighting against your own time. It's same with a lot of different sports there. You're competing against yourself. Well, same thing even with raising kids there is that at the end of the day, where does it really matter? Does it matter that you made a better snack bucket and you got cooler snacks than the next mom? Or does it really matter that you're giving these kids healthy food, or that, just really honestly, the kids finish the school year and they have great grades and that they're happy and healthy? Honestly, that's the big thing here. But yet we seem to be so petty that we have to bring everything down to a competition of like, oh, look at, my kids are dressed in the latest and greatest, or my kids have the coolest snack buckets, or whatever it might be. And so, folks, stop stressing about this stuff. You know what I mean? And if you have to, you can be that person that first steps out and say, hey, stop the insanity. Let's do this. What's at stake? I'm no longer going to be, keeping up with the Joneses or fighting for this. And, if you love me or hate me, but this is how it's going to be. Because in all honesty, it's really just kind of wrecking us, wrecking our community, wrecking our play dates, our school dates and stuff like that. And I've seen both sides of it. I've seen mom groups and dad groups where it seems like it's just a pissing contest. And I'm sorry about the language in this episode, but I'm a little compassionate about, which means compassionately pissed off. And then I've seen the benefits of it. It was a very supportive group and being like, oh, cool, you're doing it this way. Why'd you choose that? Awesome. I wonder how I can implement that if, this part and not this part. It can be a pretty amazing thing. But the thing is, we just got to leave those egos aside. So as far as challenges go, I don't really have one except for the fact that I want you to just sit down and really see if there's anything that you can stop doing that would be stressing you out or contributing to something like this. And so if it comes down to it, it's like, oh, snack bucket. Well, maybe I don't have to Pinterest it and make it such a competition. Yeah, I want to make it fun for the kids, but am I doing this for them or am I doing this for the other parents? Or it might be something as simple as like, our kids are growing so fast. Do we need to be investing in certain things like this or that for them? You got to figure out what your intention is. So I know this is kind of one of those lowbrow type downer episodes, but here's the thing is we got to stop some of this crap. Otherwise it's just going to proliferate. Get rid of the keeping up with the Joneses attitude. Give up the rat race. Let's start working together. Let's start creating a community and certainly a world that's going to be empowering our children and lifting them up versus bringing everybody down. So, Dr. Nick Fanning with a pretty heavy episode today, but hopefully you got my point today. And again, I want to let you guys know that you are not alone. I'm so proud of you parents for doing everything you can be doing. Thank you for spending some of your free time with me. So this is Dr. Nick Fanning signing off.
Thanks for listening to another episode of The Super Parent Syndrome. Please be sure to visit peptalksforparents.com for more content and our free newsletter. And remember, you are not alone.